Well, let's read on and see. Let's read on and see what happens. I just wanted to alert you that something's about to happen here probably, because Colonel Taylor is talking to someone, and Colonel Taylor said, I followed you last night from your house in South X to the sweet shop, Mr. Kumar. You must be more careful. I'm very sorry, Colonel Sir, said Jivan Kumar. I know that people must not see us together. Meet me on Friday, the 14th, in the car park behind Balson's in South X. So Kumar and Colonel Taylor are up to something. We don't know yet what, but they're up to something. So let's see. Tim, you would start at the bottom of 49.
On Friday the 14th, Colonel Taylor said to his wife, I shall be late for dinner tonight. Leave the table wait for me. Why did the colonel lie to his wife about this meeting? Suddenly, I didn't like him so much as before, and I feel sorry for Mrs. Taylor. Colonel Taylor's mother had died in Australia. Everyone was very sad. We are going to be away for a week. Colonel Taylor told Jai, the house we should lock you. We will lock you. Thomas and the other shall eat outside. But that night, Jai broke into the Taylor's house and went to the bed. He broke the locks and opened the heavy wooden door. They woke up into the sound of someone shouting inside the Taylor's house. I went into the house and this time in the bed. There is not one rupee in this house. He screamed angrily. Jai, what have you done? I shouted. I thought that Coroner Taylor has money and silver in this room, but there is nothing. He looked at me. I'm taking one of the video recorders and a TV. And I'm leaving, don't call the police. Or I will break every bone in your body. After Jai has gone, I looked around the room. It was full of strange things, tiny cameras, books about spying, and papers with the word secret writing on them. Then I saw a box full of video tapes with names of them. Ajay, Pekwati, High Commissioner, Shivan, Jones, Maggie, McHugh, Raj, Ramesh, Rebecca, Roy, Santi, Stuart, and Thomas. I found video recorder in a cupboard. I put my check into and pushed play. Moment later, I saw myself moving around my room. Now I know how the coroner became the man who was. He has TV camera hidden all over the house, but I would say, you should not think about this. I have saved 40,500 rupees of my salary, and I hope to get it one day. I decided to go to the Colonel Taylor and tell them about Jai. Watch out, Colonel Taylor. Listen, Thomas. Put a new lock on the door of the bed. Do not let anyone into the room. And do not enter yourself. And do not call the police. I will get a plan back to Delhi immediately. Yes, sir, I said. Colonel returned and went straight to the bed. After a minute or two, he came out again. Thank God, he said. Nothing has been taken. Well done, Thomas.
Okay. Yeah. Now, you did well. One word I want to bring our attention to, because its pronunciation, is the word T-I-N-Y, which means really small. We pronounce that tiny, 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 and it's confusing because the word tin is metal. You know, like a tin can or a tin pot. But if we put a Y on it, it becomes tiny. Tiny. And the reason for that is that Y is a letter that can stand for a vowel sound. So if we have a vowel, if we have a vowel in a word that ends in a vowel, usually we will pronounce that vowel as a long vowel. So that's why we would say T-I-N is tin, but T-I-N-Y is tiny. Okay? Tiny. And now, I want to ask you this, because it's very, I think, important to the story. Jai breaks into the room, the den, and he sees the video recorder and the video cassette tapes. So we now know that he has been video recording everything that's been going on in the house. He also notices in this room that there are books. And what kind of books? What are the books about? Spying. So let's put all of these facts together. Colonel Taylor has the equipment for surveillance. He met a person, Mr. Kumar, who he said, we should not be seen together like this. He lied to his wife about where he was going one time for dinner. In his secret room, he has books about spying. Now, what is all this leading up to? What is all this leading up to? What about Colonel Taylor? You think he's a spy? Well, we don't know yet, but the evidence is certainly starting to point in that direction. So we'll have to continue reading and see what happens.
What is broke into?
Broke into? Good question. Broke into, that's a verb phrase. And if we break into a room, it means that we have illegally entered the room. We literally, you know, like, here's the lock and the hasp. Okay, so if the door is locked, and I took a hammer and knocked I would break into the room. So if you break into a room, you enter the room illegally. Yeah, it's locked, and we've literally broken the lock in order to enter the room. That's what break into. So anytime we see the word, anytime we see break into a room, it means that the entry was illegal. It was, you entered a room that you were not supposed to enter. So Jai did that, but now where did we leave off here? I forgot. Yeah, now Jai is breaking into the room, and Ram calls Colonel Taylor. And Colonel Taylor appreciates that Ram called him. And he says, Thomas, put a new lock on the door of the den. Do not let anyone into the room, and do not enter it yourself. And do not call the police. So, here's another piece of evidence that we need to pay attention to. Jai broke into the room. Now, usually when someone does something wrong in the house, Colonel Taylor sacks him. He tells Ram to not call the police. So there's something in this room that Colonel Taylor does not want the police to know about.
Right.
There are video cassettes in there. There are books about spying. He has lied to his wife about where he goes at night. He has told Mr. Kumar that he should not be seen with him. So things are starting to look like Colonel Thomas is involved in activities that he should not be involved in. We don't know yet what they are. So let's start where it says, I had been waiting near the phone all day. That would be your turn, Chop.
เชิญถามสักถามสัก
I have been waiting near the phone all day. Mickey was waiting for a call from James, her new boyfriend. She had told me to pick up the phone before her father did me the day. The phone rang at 7:15 p.m. and I picked it up quickly, but not quickly enough. I heard the colonel say hello from his phone in the den. After a moment, I heard Jiwan Kumar say, meet me tomorrow, Thursday at 8 p.m. at the ice cream shop near India Gate. I had exciting information. Good, said Colonel Taylor, and he put down the phone.
Okay. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but what do you think is going on now? Ram picks